Okay, so I've managed to cut the ribbons off holding the box together and slide this big heavy thing over to this part because it was like it was going to get the better shot. And it is super heavy. I know the bike is at least 130 some pounds, so this whole package is probably like closer to 140, 150. And I don't even know how I'm going to get it upright. I might have to just open it up the way it is, but we'll see. I don't have anyone to help me on this, record this, so I'm going to do an experimental way where I just pause it and then do something, and then I'll come back and we'll see how that looks. So here we go. Yeah, I tried to lift this up. There's no way. I'm going to kill my back. It's already killed enough as it is, so I'm just going to cut it open just like it is. Make sure I'm not cutting anything important. All right, got that. There we go. Oh boy, what is this? It's weird how they put it in two separate packages this time. That's the front wheel. Last time it came all in one. And I see these wet spots. I hope that isn't anything to worry about, like brake fluid. So it's right there. Or worse, battery. That looks like that was right where the battery was. All right. Now I'm gonna cut off all this stuff. Make sure I don't damage the bike in the process. Zip tie. What is this? Super zip tie. Yeah, looks like a off pretty easy actually. Here is the front fender. Oh crap. Well, there is some leakage coming out from right here. Glad I recorded this as I'm doing it. Okay. Okay, one thing I'm noticing is that it looks like these handlebars are not as tall as the original, and they have a different hand grip. Looks like it's going to be like a full... Oh, wow. Yeah, so it has a half twist throttle as opposed to the thumb throttle that they used to have, and that sucks because I way prefer the thumb throttle so far. I've never actually had a half twist though. This goat I have is a full twist, and so I've never really. So this will be an interesting opportunity. The grips are like thicker. They don't have the same here. So they don't have the same design, and these are less thick. I might pull this thumb throttle off here and just use that because I way prefer that, and I was so looking forward to it. But I did see another video recently where it had, I think on their promotional videos, where it had this newer hand grip design, and I was really hoping I didn't get one. But hey, you know, it's the same with my goat. Like, it has a full twist throttle, and I wasn't really about that at first, but I've gotten used to it. All right, so let's keep going. Okay, so I gotta cut this. All right. Got a lot more crap on here than the first bike. I think I'm just going to try it with these handlebars since it's already connected. As far as putting on the wheel, figure this out. I'm going to pause it. All right, I'm going to try to lift this up. Actually, let me take these batteries off first. There's the battery keys. Oops, I forgot to push pause. Okay. Let's see if I can set this back up. Okay. Comes off real easy. Okay, this one, the keyhole. I don't think it'll let me take it off till I stand it up, so let's try. Okay. Wow, this battery seems more compact than my other battery. All right, so we can see here there is some kind of fluid everywhere. Doesn't seem wet. So here's some wetness up here. It seems to be concentrated in here. Boy, look at that seat though. That is definitely wider and a lot thicker than the original. I tell you what, this original seat is like torture. Another reason why I wanted to get a bike that had just an absolute... This mini goat here, the seat on there is so comfortable. I did get an upgraded seat, but I haven't put it on yet because this one is just so comfortable. Okay. But this seat, I'm already impressed. I can't wait to try it. Okay, so these look to be a metric size 4. Take this all the way off. And you don't really need to watch. All right. So cut these off. No. All right. Not as easy as it looks. Okay, I got all of them inside. Now I'm just tightening it up. All right, so we got the handlebars pretty snug on there. So now I want to flip this upside down so I can get the front tire on. I'm going to remove the front battery. Nice and easy. Ooh, much lighter without those batteries. Whew, okay. Okay, so these appear to be 15. And here's our rotor, or our brake caliper. And it has a little placeholder in place of like the rotor, it looks like. Kind of keep the gap in there. Okay, so now let's take apart this box. Okay, it's just the wheel and the rotor, and that's it. Of course, the motor. Is it just me, or Seems like these motors look smaller than So this is just for shipping and keeping the forks, the gaps separated. Now I got the wheel, the front wheel, ready to go. It's just these that come out and it slides right in. First we have to take out this. Be very careful, you don't want to touch the brakes, because the rotor has to slide right in there. Alright, so I'm looking at how they have this set up here and the parts, trying to figure out, without looking at the directions, how to do this. And I'm comparing it to my original, and you can see it's totally different. They got these two screws, unless I'm missing something, down here at the bottom. This piece kind of wraps around, it curves. And over here, they have these holes down, not up here, but down here. And this doesn't wrap around this bracket. So, interesting. Okay, let me try to find these directions because I don't want to have any issues. So let's see what's in box number 1. We have a headlight. And we have some kind of manual and we got some pedals, tools, more tools, and more tools. And here we have the front wheel installation instructions. And I'm noticing on these instructions that, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see this is the same old style bracket as my original. And you see that the bolts are down at the bottom, whereas on this other new bike, the bolts are located up here. So I guess we just have to figure this out on our own. And for this other box, feels like the charger. Yep, there's the charger. Okay. So these are a size 5, it looks like. Wow. That's tight in there too. Am I even turning the right way? Lefty loosey, right? I'm looking at this the right way. Good Lord. I'm afraid to even go harder. Am I tightening or loosening? I think I'm tightening, right? No, this has got to be tight. Okay, the forks are upside down, so let me go upside down. So, yeah, if I go this way, that's tightening. So I need to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I had it right. All right. Okay, so now this way. thing. Let's just put that right back in there just in case. Okay. Ow. Okay, let me get these out. Alright, so I figured out that the nuts on the end of here are a 3/4. So there you go. Now we got to figure out how to get this on. I've loosened up these. I don't know exactly how we're going to do this, but we're going to figure it out. Step on the brake. Okay, so what I can tell you is these go on the inside there and line up right there just like that. Okay, so we pull these out. First. Okay, they're not quite lined up yet. Still not. They are not lining up. The holes are not lining up. Let me back this off a little bit. There we go. So stay tuned while I figure out what's going on. Alright, easy fix. So I had this, I guess, some kind of washer. I showed earlier that the blip or whatever you call it that hangs out was under here, but that's wrong. It goes on the top. And now holes line up perfect. Alright, so once these are all snug and tight, you can stick your washer on and then your final nut, and repeat on the other side. Cool. And one more mistake I just made. See how this is popping out the wrong direction? It's supposed to go into here, so I've got to undo the other side and flip it around. And voila, now we're in business. Now these can match up. I'm making all the mistakes so you don't have to. Now we'll put these repeat this process. All right, wheel is on. Kind of rubbing on the brakes there. I can get a good angle. I don't think there's anything else I need to do while it's on its back, so let's try to flip it over. Okay, this is not going to be pretty, so don't laugh. All right. Ooh, this chain is... that doesn't look right. Let's have a look. This chain, can't tell if this thing is been damaged somehow. Oh boy. Okay, let's try this again. Nice. Yeah, something's going on with this. Okay, kickstand works. I think. Yeah, let's check. Let me cut all this crap off first. Okay, so got her upright. And yeah, wow, looking at this seat, it is so much wider and thicker compared to this. Okay, let's figure out what's next. Great, trying to put on the fender, front fender, and then trying to get this thing to angle downward more, and I snap it. So this is going to be interesting. All right, to take the front fender off, you need to remove this bolt and nut, which is a 5mm. And I'm using a tiny crescent to hold the nut. Okay, got the nut off. There we go. Okay, got that snug on there. And these go right here. I bet this is a 5 as well. Yep. Okay, we're tightening these on here. And same for the other side. Alright, now let's get the headlight on. The headlight on my first Meelod was really nice, so I'm hoping it's the same for this one. Where does this go? There we go. Oh shit. I gotta do everything with one hand now. I gotta hold my phone. This stupid thing broke on me. Alright. So that looks about right there. Okay, let's get at it. Alright, got her on there. And we just tighten it up. Connections right here. To figure out what to do with that. Now we got pedals. I think this is the last thing. So be careful when you put these on. They're clearly marked, and the left side has reverse thread. So everyone always strips these out. Okay. Yeah. So this is regular thread. I'll tighten that up in a minute. Now this is the left side. So it's going to be lefty-tighty. So we're going to spin this way. There we go. All right, now I need tools.